You're still watching Ways. Now, every day, humans have one particular muscle that can't be taken away from them. It shapes everything that they do and informs the details about how they experience the world around them. In actuality, this isn't really an actual muscle at all, but it is easily more powerful than even the strongest muscle in the body. The mind can make people sick or make them well. It can drive them to see deception and paranoia in the actions of others, or simply allow them to perceive other humans just trying to get along in life. Train Your Brain Day recognizes the power of the mind and how training it to be positive can change human lives as a whole. So today is also No Bra Day, but I chose this particular holiday because I like that ending part that says training your mind to be positive and to see the good in others. And I think it's one of the biggest things we're lacking in Nigeria, you know, where everybody is like, you have already pre-programmed your mind to just believe the worst of people, right? So a lot of programs that you heard growing up, you know, this particular tribe, they are fetish. This particular people, they are evil people. You know that. You know, so
your mind has been
already been programmed to think
a particular thing.
Yes, to think a certain way about people. Then you're not trusting of humans and all of that. So I think this is actually a good day to just remember that whatever it is that you train your mind to see, that's what it will continue to see. So if you keep seeing negatives around you, it means that your mind is actually programmed, to pick on negatives.
And you can actually also train your mind to unlearn the things that you think you have already been taught.
Oh, yes.
So it's a thing of mindset, mind shift. Instead of you dwelling on the negatives or dwelling on what you perceive around you or the environment, you can actually work towards, changing that trajectory.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Today is No Bra Day.
I already said that.
It is basically awareness for breast cancer. So positive mind, check yourself, all good.
Absolutely. So what did you find for us in the news?
Okay, so former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, I'm just mentioning this for mentioning's sake because I like Amebo. But on Tuesday, he paid a courtesy visit to the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, at his residence in Ikoyi, Lagos. And then he took to his verified Facebook page to say, and I quote, Today I was at Bodilon, Ikoyi, Lagos to wish Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu a quick recovery. Health issues know no political party, and in this part of the world, we seldom celebrate people when they are alive. Rather, we like to sign condolence registers. To me, that is not the best way to live. Most importantly, politics should be about love for each other. Therefore, like other leaders in Nigeria, I wish Asiwaju sound and robust health. And to those negative political analysts, this visit notwithstanding, I remain an unrepentant PDP leader and key stakeholder. So yes, that is how he puts it. And I would just like to say that this love that our leaders know that is between them, they should try to extend it to the citizens, and love us. I mean, when you love a person, we all understand love. I don't think we need to go into that conversation of what love is and how to love a person. So if they can love themselves beyond tribe, religion, or political parties, then they should think about loving we that go out to vote for them and choose them as our leaders.
Is it possible to detribalize Nigeria?
Which one is detribalized?
That is, we look beyond the border.
No, I know. I'm wondering why we got there.
You talked about...
if they can do it amongst their political elites, why can't we love ourselves?
That's what I'm saying. Is it possible
It is possible.
To detribalize.
So you
Nigeria?
think the love is not there because of tribal divides? That's what you're thinking.
Exactly, and I think it has eaten into the.
Buhari went to visit him in London.
But it has eaten into the mindset of almost everybody in Nigeria currently.
You know what? Let's just move on.
Like you talked about.
But politics, they don't have permanent enemies. They just have permanent interests. So anybody is your friend in politics.
Can their interest
It's all about interest.
The citizen of Nigeria
so the interest
live happily in peace and have opportunities? Can that just be their collective interest? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they shouldn't love themselves, they shouldn't have interest or whatever. It's not my business. I'm just saying they should extend it to the people that they are leading. That's all.
Okay, so let's take your story, Etsu.
Okay, my story still borders around politics, and it is on the headline that actually caught my attention is "Get Involved in Politics, APC Group Charges Youth." And this was spoken by a group of young Nigerians, the All Progressive Congress National Youth Advocates. They said that youth must get involved in politics, and to bring the youth together, we need to guide the youths and get them to participate in politics. Now, it's all about changing the trajectory of politics in Nigeria. We know that it's not supposed to be an event. It's supposed to be a marathon. It's not going to start today. It can start today, but it is a continuous thing. It's not supposed to be just a one-day thing. And the president, who is Timothy Wanchukwu, said that you cannot change a process unless you are a part of it. And that called to mind a word or a phrase by a friend of mine who said that you have to infiltrate the system for you to understand politics and for you to be able to, represent the interest you want to represent. So I would also urge the youths to participate in politics, not just on getting your PVC, also going the
Being
extra
part of
mile,
political parties.
yes, also going the extra mile to be a part of the political party and understand that the local government is so important, not just about the state and not just about the...
So Etsu, now, wait now, let's bring it home.
Yes.
Are you registered in a political party?
I am working towards it.
Okay.
Which one?
After all, I went to the electoral college. Yes.
So what party are you going to choose?
Definitely not APC.
Okay.
So we are still looking at the parties.
So we have how
and
many more to go?
More
Like
parties are
19
still
more?
coming up. More parties are still coming up. So
There's
we'll see
one
that
party to me is actually
catches our
on.
intention.
Professor
attention.
Patitomi, they are coming together to form a political
The one with
party.
Jagaban?
No.
Which Jagaban?
All right, so let me take my story. Security is everybody's business, says Etsu Nupe. The chairman of Niger State Council of Traditional Rulers and Etsu Nupe, Yahaya Abubakar, has noted that Nigerians must support security agents in ensuring the security of lives and properties, as security is everybody's business. So the monarch said, the monarch said support is needed to enable security agencies to diligently combat the myriad of security challenges facing the country. He said they are routinely passing credible intelligence information, which is also being sent to appropriate authorities. So the right actions are always taken, and most of the crimes are nipped in the bud when people come together to pass those information. So the only question I have for the monarch is, how do you protect this is almost like whistleblowers. How do you protect whistleblowers? Because we've seen that in fighting crimes, most times when you go to feed information to the police, a lot of times people have come back to say, you know what, they were attacked for being almost like snitching and talking about, or giving them information. So yeah, I get that part, that security is a collective work, both people, and because you must observe your environment, you must know when things are changing and all of that. But what protects you? Because I mean, I had mentioned the day we talked about security that there was a particular junction at Oworoshoki where it was almost every night you were being robbed, and there was just a police station right almost like next door, right? So it's not for lack of this information. And for any crime right now that is going on, I want to believe that the security operatives have enough information on the dealings that is happening in that area. I mean, people have been complaining several times about Baduri Road, how people are constantly being robbed on that road when you're in traffic. So it's not for lack of information that we're not fighting, or we're not combating, or we're not winning the war against insecurity. So when you are saying that, yeah, I get you, it's a collective business, but truly the information that is needed to combat security right now is already out in the open. So you really can't come and say, something different, right?
What we actually need is implementation for them to actually go there and handle that situation. It's not just about us talking about
The information is already out
They
there.
already know what to do. I
Absolutely.
mean, look at what happened right after NSAS. The moment everybody started complaining, they knew where to go to. They knew what to do.
You're talking of after NSAS. Now that is getting towards the 1-year commemoration of what happened on the 20th.
See the way they've deployed police people.
Look at what's happening
at the toll gate. Yes.
How many police vans are there? I think 4 or 5, if I count correctly. But there are places, you just mentioned Badore. There are different places that people are complaining daily about in terms of insecurity, kidnapping, robbery, and you're not deploying these men to those places. So it just tells you that there's a problem. This is not about security being everybody's business. We know it is everybody's business, and I think to a large extent, everybody who is not in the force or who is not in government are playing their own role. So they should play their own role and do their job. It's as simple as that, because they can't tell me that they don't understand what is going on.
They know what
is
going on.
So if you know when and how to deploy your men to the toll gate, then you should know when we are also saying on the same social media that we are being kidnapped, that we are being robbed. You cannot be deaf to that and be very vigilant when it comes to a protest that's not supposed to hurt anybody.
That's supposed to be peaceful.
So it's just really clear. You know, I was trying not to talk, but you mentioned NSAS.
All right, so we'll see you after the break to discuss the role of women in economy and social change. Stay with us. We'll be right back.